everybody. Today we are going to discuss some problems which face the students of English when they try to speak for the first time. They memorize vocabulary, they work out exercises, but they can't speak. When they start, they stop. They don't know what to do. Let's see. Before we discuss the problem of speaking and the difficulties which encounter students at speaking English, we have to define what is the meaning of speaking. Speaking is the ability to produce some words representing one ideas, thoughts, feelings, or conveying information to a listener. So, as a speaker, you have something in your mind. You want to convey this to the listener. But this message has a meaning. So, if the listener misunderstood the meaning, this is a problem. When the speaker feels that the listener didn't understand his message, he feels frustrated, and this is what happens. He quits. What blocks a speaker from speaking? 45 difficulty in English. 45 difficulty makes an English speaker stop speaking. The first one is psychological factors, which we will discuss in this video. And teacher-based factors, curriculum factors, environmental factors, teaching methods, and strategies. First, we'll discuss psychological difficulties. The person in his mind has so much troubles. The feeling of stress, tension, frustration, and so on. All these factors push him to stop. Why? The psychological factors, those inner troubles that block the learner from getting the perfect performance speaking. Something inside me blocks me. Why? Is lack of confidence. The person sees himself not able enough to speak. What is the meaning of lack of confidence? Why are you less confident? The confident person is strong. But the one who don't have confidence is not as strong, but is not weak. Maybe strong, but he doesn't know. So, the learner's abilities are really low and needs to be enhanced. You are not good at English. You have to practice a lot. You have to do many communication tasks. You have to listen very well. You have to do many things to get the confidence. The learners are afraid of being badly evaluated by the person or by the teacher when they make mistakes. Everybody is watching me. The teacher will give me some marks about my progress. So I feel so much afraid. I am expecting, I'm very worried about what will I get, what will my peers and my friends say about me. The learners did experience speaking practice before or a little, so they are not sure about their ability. This is the first aspect we have said that I am not good at English. I didn't do many communicative tasks. I didn't practice speaking English before or even a little. So this maybe considered the first time for me. This is normal to be worried, fear, afraid, and so on. The learners are naturally shy. When you are shy, you feel that you can't face the people, you can't stand in front of people, you can't talk to many people. This is very hard for you. Learners are frustrated by being laughed at by their peers. I don't want my friends to laugh at me when I make mistakes. I want to feel so strong. I want to be fluent in English. But you can't be fluent in English from the start. Everything comes gradually. You have to be indifferent about what the people will say about you, about your performance. Don't care. The learners lack motivation. In other words, they don't have inner energy. If you don't have energy, if you don't have inner motivation, you will stop, you will give up. When you face any difficulty, you will stop. The deep feeling of expecting failure while speaking. Again, I will say, I am watched by my peers, by my teacher, and everybody is now checking my mistakes. They are focusing on my mistakes. This makes me so much afraid to make mistakes, so I feel afraid and I have to give up. The natural fear of speaking in front of people. This is normal for everybody, not even for every person. Normal person trying to speak in front of people for the first time. If you are now learning a second language, you will speak English. This means that you will speak a foreign language in front of people, not in your mother tongue. When the person uses his mother tongue to speak in front of people for the first time, he feels so much afraid. This is normal. What about you? You have to stay calm and be indifferent to people as if you are talking to yourself before the mirror. The absence of interest in English learning process. I feel afraid, I'm shy, I'm not good at English, I didn't practice communicative tasks. All these factors pushes me to give up. So, if I don't have interest, I don't have love to the process of English language learning, I will quit. The absence of awareness of the importance of a learning language. I need to have a motive. If I don't have a motive in English language learning, I will stop. Why I learn English? I should put in my mind first the target of me. Why I learn English? I don't learn English just for fun. If even I learn English for fun, I have to proceed. If I learn English to get a job, I have to proceed. So I should seek any reason, any motivation which pushes me to proceed and go on. The cause number 2 is anxiety, hesitation, shyness, tension, fear of mistake while speaking. This means that the learners begin speaking, then stop. They can't proceed. They forget every word. They are too afraid. This is a mental state. The person is so cause of a problem is the competition and frustration. A contest, something like a race between classmates, friends and learners in classroom or in a course for English. So, when I see good learners' performance, sometimes frustrates those who have low ability. This pushes them to feel that they will fail, so they hate the process of learning English and give up. This is so clear. When I see a top student, I feel inferior. This gives me a feeling of the expectation of failure. I will make mistakes. Just I'm so chained now. I can't express very well. This stops me from going on and proceeding the process at all. The is feeling threatened while learning, the absence of subversive atmosphere and encouragement. What the meaning of this? Learners are so afraid of negative evaluation or being criticized by the teachers. Learners curse too much of teachers' marks and their impression about them. All these factors increases the pressure on learners while speaking. Learners need to feel free, in other words, indifferent to evaluation. As a speaker, I am so nervous. I am so worried. What will the teacher say about me? What mark will I get after speaking? This is so much pressure. I'm so nervous. I can't organize my ideas. So much pressure pushes me to frustration and frustration. This is at all. The cause number 5 is lack of motivation to talk. I don't have a fuel, I don't have energy. After mentioning the previous factors, we mentioned tension, pressure, frustration, and now lack of motivation. All these are so related. This makes the learner miss the other energy. I don't have a fuel. The fuel pushes them to achieve the target of speaking. Now, the train doesn't have a fuel to go on, so it will stop. They don't see a real need to learn or speak English. Although they join a speaking course willingly, by finding out that the matter needs some effort, they quit. So, hard working needs too much fuel. When the plane flies too long distance, it needs too much fuel. So now I don't have a fuel, so I have to stop. This is what really happens to a speaker of English when he tries to speak for the first time in public or in private. First time in public. Code number 6, which blocks speakers of English from speaking, is no partner to talk to. Talking to ourselves. What's the meaning of talking to ourselves? When I practice at home, I usually stand before the mirror and try to practice English. Even when I log into the internet, when I found a native partner to talk to, he gives me feedback about my progress. Learners usually practice home alone. They don't have a partner to get a normal communicative situation, so no feedback on their progress. If you keep practicing at home alone, this is not good for your natural translating your mind. English speaker, when he tries to speak English for the first time, he usually tries to translate. He tries to remember grammar, vocabulary, and so on. He translates from the mother tongue into English. This takes some time in his mind. The natural way is thinking in English, and this sometimes needs too much practice. When the person or the learner tries to speak English and it translates and tries to stop many times, this frustrates him. When he feels frustrated, he just gives up, and this is a problem for him. Speaking means that to have some ideas in your mind. Speaking means to have some ideas and thoughts in your mind, and you transfer this ideas and thoughts to the listener. But what will happen if you don't have nothing to say? Nothing to say, I ran out ideas or information. I have to stop. This is normal. Learners begin, then stop. They can't proceed. They no more have anything to say to the listener. They have no message to send. So, when I have nothing in my mind, I have to stop. This happens in a normal situation. In normal talking, even in your mother tongue. When you have nothing, you stay silent. So this sometimes frustrates the speaker. So I have to choose the topic very well. When I have so much information about a topic, I keep. So code number 9 that stops the speaking English learner from speaking when they try to speak for the first time is effort. When an English speaker joins a course, he imagines that the matter is so automatic. You memorize vocabulary, study grammar, and the teacher maybe makes everything very easy for you. So you grasp the language and talk naturally after 2 or 3 courses. No, the matter is completely different in learning a language. The language is not a science where you learn this science, you speak. No, science is nothing, and using the science in a communicative or in a communicative situation is another thing. So, some learners begin, then stop. Why they stop? They can't proceed. Why they can't proceed? They no more have incentive, motivation, or energy to go on when they find out that the process of learning a foreign language requires hard work and effort. You have to do your best. You have to practice a lot at home. You have to have a partner and talk to.